folks, beginning a series number 3 here on offense. This is game number 3 as well with against the Seahawks. I have the ball on the 41-yard line after the big interception. 1st and 10, 7-0 lead, 1:29 left in the first quarter. As you can see, I'm starting off in a big set out of the single back formation. I have both receivers spread out to either side of the field. This is just a basic big set. I'm running the Atlanta weak zone in this case. That basically means I'm going to the left. My back will be attacking the outside butt cheek here. Actually, technically, he should be attacking outside butt cheek of the guard. Excuse me. Now, blocking for any kind of zone, guys, is very similar, whether it's inside or outside. There are some differences, but generally speaking, your guys are reaching one man to the play side. In this case, going left. Now, you'll see a difference right here, obviously. He actually blocks down or helps out right here. Reason being is the nose tackle here is pretty much in an A-gap shade. He's slightly shaded, one technique on the center, but he is so deep into the A-gap. You're going to see my guy block down and then basically combo here to the backer, which is fine. I'm totally fine with that. If I was coaching this and I'm teaching this to my kids, I'm still going to teach them to reach one-man play side, but if we have a situation like this, I usually have a little outlet for my center or for whoever it is to ask for help if he needs it, especially with him being uncovered. I have no qualm, especially with an inside zone, with him coming down and helping out. So we get this guy blocked. We make sure we get him blocked because penetration kills. Kills just about every run play, but when it comes to zone blocking, it is extraordinarily dangerous. So basically, you're going to get each man reaching play side. These guys will combo off to this guy. These guys will combo off to that guy. And same here. That's basically what you're going to see. Now, like I've said before, it depends on who, depending on what the linebacker does here, will make the difference in who's going to release to the backer. If the linebacker shuffles over the top, generally speaking, your outside guy should be the one that releases. If he comes underneath, then your inside guy. So pretty simple as far as that goes. Like I said, your back should attack outside butt cheek here of the guard, and it can be outside depending on the team too, guys. Just so you know, sometimes you have them go outside or inside, basically B gap. But just depending on who's coaching it and how they want to teach it, and honestly, it depends on week to week on what kind of team you're playing against and how they play defense. You may have to make certain adjustments. So anyways, it's basically allowing him to attack here now to find the hole, whether it's outside, up, straight up the middle, cutting back to the inside, or even cutting back all the way across the field against the grain. So let's go ahead and run through this, and then we'll discuss. Well, defensively, he's in a basic 4-3 right now. Just looking at the coverage, looks like a man 2, possibly just a straight cover 2 zone. Could also be a cover 2 sink where he just bumped everybody up to make it look like a regular cover 2 or a man 2. So let's go ahead and run the play, and we'll see what happens. So you can see right there, everybody gets blocked. We'll go ahead and back up just a tad. We get the nice combos off of each guy. Everybody releases who's supposed to release. Outside guys, as you can see. And like I've said before, any kind of zone, whether it's a stretch or an inside zone, like a slice, typically speaking, when you have an inside zone, it's called a slice. You're wanting mostly movement. All right, you want either lateral movement or forward push out of your line. In this case here, we're getting good lateral movement, as you can see, since these guys are sustained on their men. The backers coming off. We had great releases on all my guys here. One guy who's kind of free is this backer, which that was a hard block for him to get to, or a hard guy for him to get to. But let's go through a little bit more. You can see right now I'm attacking. I turned the ball up just a little bit. I do see him. I'm looking to maybe hit this hole and get as many yards as I can. But as you can see right there, once, boom. Alright, so at this point here, once I see this guy clarifying in the hole, I decide to cut back to the outside or cut across to the outside. I know I've got this guy locked on right here, and yeah, he could come free because he does have the leverage. I'm trusting in my big boy there. That's Tyron Smith, probably my best lineman. The other thing is, with this guy to the outside here, you can see he's getting washed outside. He's getting pushed out pretty nicely. So I figure if I can cut up in here, I'm going to get at least 3 to 4 yards. If I cut across here, I might be able to get 3 to 4 yards, but I do have to travel a little more distance to get that. With this guy having less distance to attack essentially, and make a hit for a less of a gain. So even though this guy has leverage here, if I get into him and I'm able to lower my shoulders, I should be able to get 3-4 yards at least. So as you can see, by cutting back like that, this guy ends up getting washed off enough to where he just gets completely outside and isn't even able to touch me. Tyron did a great job of sustaining this block long enough here. I think if that's Averill. He sustains that block just long enough for me to be able to get by him. And now I think it's Kevin Escobar here. As you can see, he's fallen off the block, but he just by doing that, he's blocking that linebacker for me now. And we get the pile up, and we fall for about 6 yards. So not a bad play. Let's go back real quick and we'll see if there's anything else really that I could have done. Like I said, possibly cutting back here. I didn't like it for 2 reasons, I think, because now that I'm seeing this right here, knowing the players playing him, I'm probably also thinking he's going to have an easier job of getting off than a non-player controlled lineman there. I'm thinking he's going to get off, plus I also see this guy coming up. So that's probably the biggest reasons I didn't bounce out. And outside of that, though, I mean, that's really the only other place I could have went. I guess you could try to cut back against me and get up in here, but with this guy, that would have cut that off pretty easily. So really, it was just about getting in here and getting as many as I could, and I ended up getting a pretty good gain out of that. So grade-wise, play success obviously is a +1, and me doing the job, obviously I must have made the right decision. I got 6 yards with it, with that run where I went, so I'm going to give that another 1. So it's a 2-point play. No big plays, so no bonuses, no obviously big losses or anything like that, so no negatives. So 2 points on that play.